And I'm just sharing an experience of mine. I mean, I think 2 years back or something, I was driving down a certain lane of Delhi, and the cops stopped me to check all my pollution certificate and stuff. And this was not my car; this was somebody else's car, and he asked us for 20,000 bucks. And I turned around and I said, I mean, do you think this is? I mean, it's just a Ritz. Sorry, it's not a Ritz, it's an Amaze. And do you think somebody who's driving an Amaze is going to give you Amaze is going to give you 20,000 bucks? And he got into a discussion with me, and I put my foot down and I said, okay, I mean, I live in Noida, and I've come for the first time to Delhi after a long time of recovering from illness and stuff like that. And I've not read it anywhere that you have to carry certain documents with you in your car and stuff, which we always do, which I did have. And pollution is something which I missed out, and I believe you're supposed to give me what do you call I mean, you're going to warn me at least once or twice. You don't just stand up and say 20,000 rupees nikaliye and give me 20,000 bucks. And I got into a situation with him. It was not an argument. I mean, I spoke my mind and I was like, I'm going to contest you on this one because I don't agree with this rule. Firstly, that if they are senior citizens or they are younger people or they are older people or they are people who are not working, and people whose cars are not in a bad shape or vehicles are not in a bad shape, why the hell do they have to be slapped a fine of 20,000 bucks or whatever? I mean, this rule applies and is applicable in my knowledge or in my sensibilities. It applies on maybe trucks or maybe autos or maybe tempos or maybe cars which are really old, and their pollution level is I mean, the pollution certificate has this count. So if it's above normal, it's understandable. And my only suggestion to him was that I'm not going to pay you. You can probably send me an online challan, and I'll look into it and stuff, and I'll be at the court if you want me to be. But I'm going to contest you on this one. And as I questioned him, he said, I'm just doing my job. And I said, Acha, show me somewhere where you have other people who've given you the money. And he didn't have anything to show me. And the next day, supervisor walked in and I said, okay, this is a situation, and I don't drive this car, and it's my parents' car and stuff, and I'm not aware of the pollution certificate and stuff. And last I remember was like probably 4 months back or something, and I think he took a look into it and he said, "Acha, ma'am, आपका I think 20 days से ऊपर हो गए हैं." तो I said, "यार, I've been in Noida, तो मेरे को पता नहीं है ये. So what do you want me to do in this?" And I said, well, I think you can give me a warning and you can slap me a small fine of maybe 500 bucks or something. And the petrol pump is just 10 minutes down the line. I'm just going to go there and I'm going to get my certificate. And trust me, I'm going to do it. So his boss understood this, and his boss got into a talk with all of that, and he walked away. And then this guy walked in again and he said, okay, fair enough. You seem to be not listening to me and stuff. And I said, I'm not listening to you because I do not understand where this rule is coming from. And I would like to take this up and understand that, like I said, senior citizens or people on pension or older people or even youth, if their cars are in proper condition and they are not polluting it, why the hell do they have to be given this notice? And I think he understood where I was coming from, so he let me go and stuff. And of course, after 10 minutes, I got my certificate. I walked into a hotel. I had to meet my cousins and I have my family there. And they said, but it's just 10,000 bucks. And you're right, they're supposed to give you a warning. And there was a bike guy, a college guy who was following me. He came up to me and he said, ma'am, he asked me for 2,000 bucks as well. Whereas, my certificate is still there and stuff. So I guess some people, in the name of pollution and checks and stuff, are also harassing people off and on. And it's a big question. You have these real bad tempos, and you have these trucks, and you have these long what do you call lines which we've been seeing for so many years. When you're coming from a party or you're coming back from a function, the whole of Ashram or the whole of Delhi, the other side, or maybe even the entry of Delhi is full of trucks and vehicles and stuff. I guess this rule applies and there is certain strictness required, but the point is, what about people who've got more cars? And a very senior artist also shared this yesterday on TV, and I'm so glad she brought it up because I was talking between my friends in circle that, Abhi, you have 5 cars, 6 cars, and stuff, and then you talk about pollution. You yourself are contributing to the head counts on the street and stuff, and you talk about pollution, and you talk about traffic jams and stuff. And people like me, I mean,